Critical Role Recap Season 2, Episode 62. So last week, the Mighty Nein finished their quest for the Professor, where they cleared out the mining encampment of the Giants by helping the Giants clear out their own home of Abyssal Rift issue. They came back, got their rewards, a few magic items, and then were also given a manor. A home where they could live and set up a base of operations within the Kreen Empire in the capital city of Rosanna. So this week, there wasn't any combat. They spent the whole night going over a 2-week period of time in which they customized the home to their liking, got some other projects working. Not together with her husband, made a sort of flare crossbow bolt, as well as a tanglefoot bag and like a smoke bomb, and so made a few useful things for combat with the help of her alchemist husband. And then Caduceus grew this giant tree in the middle of the place that all the neighbors kind of gawked at but were also annoyed by. And then Caduceus and Jester enchanted basically Christmas lights, but that actually have the power of sunlight because obviously Rosanna is completely covered in darkness all the time for the most part. So the tree would die if it didn't have sunlight, and Caduceus wants to have a garden here. So they have little sunlight light bulbs all in like little jars of liquid strung up under the underside of the tree so that there's light for the tree itself, and then also casting down into this main garden room that he's setting up where he wants to put, he's talking about carving out some stuff and using stone shape to make little shrines to everyone's gods from the Mighty Nein, and then also to grow edible foods. Caleb finally got around to transcribing the Circle of Transportation spell into his spellbook, so he can now use Circles of Transportation. He can now transport himself and others to other sigils of transportation that he has seen, that he's familiar with, that he knows exactly, basically, which means he can transport to 3 different areas right now. One of them would be Nicodranis in the Empire, and then the other 2 are the areas in the Kreen dynasty where they had used the teleportation sigils previously. Caleb also managed to get in on the good side of our friend, I think Shadowhand is his title, the younger Kreen guy who's this prodigy in Dunamancy, and Caleb learned 2 new spells from the School of Dunamancy that he has put into his spellbook. I believe he got the time and had the money to put into his spellbook. Caleb also cornered a few of the Mighty Nein team members in order to have discussions with them. He spoke with Ford about Ford using a fake accent and basically tried to get Ford to come out and admit who he is. And Ford said basically he wanted to do it on his own time, on his own terms. And so eventually he would tell them about his past, but for now he just didn't really want that involved at the moment. Yasha got some bracers made and then went to an enchanting team and got the process started of enchanting them so that they could provide her with some more AC because her armor class is really low. It cost 1,000 gold, which Ford split with her, but it's going to cost another 2,000 gold and take 10 weeks of time to actually finish it. So it'll be a while and cost some more money before they actually have those bracers for Yasha to put into use. Caduceus learned a little bit more about the broken swords, but we still don't know exactly what's going on with those, and we haven't yet figured out how to piece them back together, if they will be able to restore the magic that was there. The Mighty Nein also snuck into the Overcrow, which is a shop that Jester had learned about through scrying on the person who owned that piece of cloth scrap that they found that was attached to the Abyssal Rift generating device. And she did find this blonde man through the scrying spell who was talking about going to the Overcrow. What we gather is that he works for the Empire in some sort of secretive and war-related manner and is planning certain attacks or efforts to hurt the Kreen dynasty. So the Mighty Nein went to scout out the Overcrow, which is a shop of pretty ill repute, run by a goblin who seems to fancy Ford. And so the goblin was busy oiling up Ford's chest while the other members of the Mighty Nein were sneaking around back and getting in through a window. They managed to successfully get in and out of the shop without being seen, it seems, and they also found within it like 1,000 gold worth of enchanting dust. I can't remember exactly what it's called, but basically it's this powdered substance that can be used for enchanting magical effects onto items. And then they also, as they left, saw that there was an invisible guard that is stationed here. So obviously the Overcrow is a front for something, and clearly there's more stuff going on behind there. It's not just a normal shop. And the Overcrow is the location where this blonde man from the Empire plans to come in just a few days. So they were trying to scout it out in order to set up a ambush basically for this guy. So at the end of the episode, they decided to go tell the Bright Queen about the plans that they had heard about, because Jester and Caduceus attempted to scry again on future occasions and were blocked a few times, but did manage to scry again on the blonde man, and he started to talk about plans with Scourgers, which apparently we learned through a natural 20 roll from Bo. The Scourgers are basically royal assassins. They're these shadows. Most people don't even think they actually exist because they do such a good job of hiding themselves and concealing what they do. So the Mighty Nein are headed on their way to the Bright Queen to go reveal information about this specific event at the Overcrow, where they're going to request help to be a part of the ambush for this guy that's going to be happening on the next night from the current night that they're in, and then also just to fill them in. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.